And now for a Next News special report.
And now we're zeroing in on a fiery exchange that's caught the nation's attention. Picture this: Fox News' Peter Doocy, not one to shy away from the hard-hitting questions, goes head-to-head with John Kirby, the face of the Biden administration's border policies. It's a showdown that cuts to the heart of the growing crisis. Doocy presses on the real impact of cutting razor wire along the border, a move that's raising eyebrows and blood pressures across the country. Kirby fires back, but the real question is, are his answers enough? This isn't just another political spat. It's a window into the policies shaping our nation's security and the future of our republic. You don't want to miss the deep dive we're taking tonight, and stick around for the final thought. It's one that you need to hear. This is a story that matters, not just to some, but to every American citizen. And before we dive into tonight's critical report, let's talk about something just as vital: our health. And just like razor wire is essential for border security, taking care of our bodies is crucial. Excess belly fat, that's right. It's the razor wire of health issues, deeply encasing vital organs and causing numerous problems. And that's why, like vigilant border agents, many, including myself, are turning to this powerful new solution. This scientifically formulated product targets fat storage, accelerates fat breakdown, manages weight, curbs cravings, and boosts metabolism. Here's the best part: for the rest of the month, or until supplies last, you can get an exclusive 51% off. Protect your health like our borders. Visit trimwithgary.com. The link's in the description. That's trimwithgary.com. Now, the recent exchange between Peter Doocy and John Kirby, the National Security Council Strategic Communications Director, revealed the administration's perplexing stance on illegal immigration. Kirby found himself on the defensive as Doocy, in his characteristic direct style, questioned the Biden administration's decision to make it easier for people to illegally enter the country. Doocy's questioning centered on the administration's recent move to remove razor wire along the southern border, which has been installed by Texas officials. The decision came after a Supreme Court ruling in favor of the Biden administration, which was a clear indicator of their immigration policy direction. Doocy's poignant query: why are you guys making it easier for people to enter the country illegally, directly challenging the administration's actions? Well, Kirby's response was a weak deflection. He denied the administration was easing the path for illegal immigrants, a response that seemed disconnected from the reality of their actions. In his attempt to shift focus, did little to quell the rising concerns among many Americans who see the administration's policies as a threat to national security. We've got several clips here. Here's the first one.
Why are you guys making it easier for people to enter the country illegally?
I don't believe we are. Why do you think we are?
Well, you guys sued to cut razor wire that was put in place by Texas officials.
So that the Border Patrol could actually do their jobs.
Do their jobs. Well, the conversation escalated when Doocy continued his relentless questioning, leading Kirby to admit that the decision to remove the razor wire was to allow Border Patrol to do their jobs. However, this explanation did not align with the perspective of the Border Patrol Union, which believed the Supreme Court's decision would encourage more illegal immigration. This disparity between the administration's view and that of the Border Patrol Union highlights a significant disconnect. Kirby tried to justify the administration's actions by mentioning their request for additional Border Patrol agents and accusing House Republicans of obstructing these efforts. But his arguments did little to address the immediate concerns about the administration's approach to border security. Here's our next clip.
But keep going.
Well, you won in court, so now what? The Border Patrol Union president is saying the Supreme Court's decision is going to undoubtedly encourage more illegal immigration. Do you guys know better than the Border Patrol Union?
The Border Patrol needed access, and that's why we sued to get rid of that razor wire, so that they could do their jobs. And you know what would also help them do their jobs, Peter? More Border Patrol agents. There's an idea. And if you go back to the supplemental request that we put in, there's money in there for some 1,300 additional Border Patrol agents. We want to help them do their jobs. We want to give them more resources. And the answer we keep getting back from House Republicans is no, no, no.
In a pivotal moment, Doocy questioned the efficiency of razor wire in border security, to which Kirby responded with a question of his own, seemingly evading a direct answer. This exchange underscored the ongoing debate over the effectiveness of physical barriers in immigration control and the administration's apparent reluctance to acknowledge their potential benefits. Watch.
Does razor wire work?
Does razor wire work for what? Does it work for the Border Patrol to allow them to have the access they need to be able to to better process people that are trying to get across the border? I don't think so, and that's why we asked for it to be removed.
Doocy's persistent questioning took another turn when he asked about the president's plan in light of the recent surge in illegal border crossings. Kirby's response was a verbose attempt to highlight the administration's efforts, including discussions with Mexican officials and immigration reform legislation. Yet, this did not directly address the immediate issue of the razor wire removal and its impact on border security. Watch.
But what is the president's plan? This is happening just weeks after 300,000 people came into this country over the southern border illegally. The razor wire, officials down there think, was keeping some of them out. And you guys just sued and won to remove it.
On behalf of the Border Patrol, who needed to have better access to it. Look, let me go back to your other question. And I know I'm running short on time, so I won't filibuster here, but what's the plan? Please look at the stuff we've put forward. The immigration reform legislation that the president put forward on day one. The work we're doing in the region. Just last week, we had Mexican officials here to talk about how together we have and will continue to try to stem the flow of migrants. You mentioned the numbers. No question there's a lot of people trying to make that journey, but it's not just to the United States, it's to other countries in the world, in the region. We're seeing historic movement. Not since World War II have we seen this many people on the move in this hemisphere. And the Mexicans are really stepping up and trying to do more on their southern border to keep that flow going north lower. And we have seen in recent weeks some success at that. The idea that we don't have a plan or a strategy or we're not taking this seriously is just not borne out by the facts. And, again, if the folks on the House Republican side are serious about border security, and they claim they are, then they should act on the supplemental request and, let's negotiate this in good faith. The president has said he's willing to make compromises. He's willing to negotiate in good faith. So let's have that discussion.
Deflection. Amidst this heated exchange, Representative Lance Gooden of Texas echoed Doocy's sentiments in a tweet emphasizing the Biden administration's counterproductive actions against Texas and Arizona's efforts to secure the border. This tweet on your screen highlighted the broader sentiment that the administration is effectively undermining state-led initiatives to control illegal immigration. In conclusion, the exchange between Doocy and Kirby not only exposed the administration's unclear and potentially harmful approach to border security, but also raised critical questions about the future direction of U.S. immigration policy. As the debate continues, one thing remains clear: the need for a coherent and effective strategy to secure our borders and protect the nation's integrity. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. The confrontation between Peter Doocy and John Kirby isn't just about policy differences. It's a glaring spotlight on the Biden administration's mishandling of the border crisis. Their actions, or rather inactions, have not only failed to secure our borders, but have also amplified the crisis. Kirby's responses, evasive and lacking in substance, only underscore the administration's disconnect from the harsh realities at our southern border. This is where the longing for Trump's return gains momentum. Under Trump, there was a clear, if perhaps controversial by some, it was a stance on immigration and border security that worked. Policies might have been divisive, but they were undeniably firm and directed towards one goal: securing America's borders. As we witness the current administration's faltering steps, it's hard not to yearn for a leader who understands the gravity of the situation and acts decisively. The safety and sovereignty of our nation are at stake. America needs leadership that doesn't just talk, but also takes bold action to restore and maintain the integrity of our borders. Trump's return in 2024 isn't just a political aspiration. It's becoming a necessity for many who yearn for a secure and well-managed border. We cannot afford to continue down a path of uncertainty and insecurity. America deserves better, and America demands better.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.